yeah, this. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, this make automation um is kind of funny. This actually started originally uh, as a make automation that was taught in our circle community course, and then I just thought, oh, well, would it how cool would it be if we started, adding this and adding that, and and it started just branching out into this beast that we now have. And so right now, here, now what I'm going to show you right now is kind of our like control panel, so to speak, for the automation. Now, this holds up to 24 scheduled post ideas per day for a rolling week, one for each hour of the day. Now, obviously, there are hours that you don't want to post, that's fine. Um, but, I have, a text idea for a post in most of these. Um, there's a spot I could put an image prompt. So, there's an AI image generator in here. Um, and if I want it to have a specific prompt, then I can just put it in here. If not, it'll just come up with something on its own. If I have a custom photo, let's say through Imgur or something like that, I could put that URL in here, and it'll pass the custom photo as part of the post. Um, if there's a link, say I'm like quoting an article or I'm affiliate marketing or something like that, I can pop that in here, and the automation knows how to handle it. If I wanted to make videos out of that, then I can just type, something in here, and the automation will know what to do. Um, this is a pretty cool feature. This is one I recently added, as a matter of fact. So I'm excited to get to show you what that's all about. And then the call to action. Now, if if left to its own devices, if you leave it blank, then the automation will either just, ask viewers to like the post, or just ask them a direct question to, spur some discussion in the comments. Um, so that's pretty awesome. If you actually want to have a specific call to action, say you want to, um, you want to advertise your lead magnet or something of that nature, your website perhaps, you can put that in the call to action, and the automation will know, oh, I need to do that instead. And now, what this beast is essentially doing it's just handling all of that, all of this data, and it's just pushing those out to social media in different ways. So, for this scheduling logic, for example, is kind of where it starts. Um, so let's take a look at this tools module. So it gets the day. The scenario is like, okay, what day of week am I running? And it sets that as the variable schedule day. Okay. Scheduled time will just get the time in 24-hour time that the scenario is running. I just have this set to run every hour. So, it'll pull the current time. Now, this ChatGPT module will pull the current time that the scenario is running, and it will compare it with a list of scheduled times that match times that are in the control sheet. Okay? And what it'll do is it'll basically say, okay, which one of these is the first time to come after the time that the scenario is running right now. And that's all it'll do. What this is basically for is because when you schedule make scenarios to run, it doesn't base them on, an on the hour type of schedule. Instead, it says, oh, what was the exact time that the user said to run every hour, for example. And, they if they set it to run every hour on the 57 minutes, for example, then it'll run at 2:57, at 3:57, at 4. You get the idea. So that's not great for, if you wanted to have a robust and flexible automation. What it is good for is actually getting attention on social media. Because a little known fact about social media is that a lot of people are posting on the hour, or, on the half hour, or on, strict times like that. If you are actually posting on the 14 minutes or the 23 minutes or the 48 minutes, then your posts are going to do a lot better, just because they have so much less to compete with. And so this is good for making use of that unintended feature, shall we call it. Now, this Google Sheet module, it basically looks at the control panel that I was just showing you, and it says, okay, is there a column, or is there a row that is equal to the day that we're running right now, and is equal to the scheduled time that we're using, that ChatGPT decided we're using. And it'll go into here and it'll pull, for example, let's say it was running right now. It would pull this midnight Tuesday post idea, if it were running right now. Now, what it's going to do then is it's going to say, hey, is there actually a post that is scheduled to go out right now? And, if not, it's just going to cut the scenario off then. Because, we don't need to post in the middle of the night. We don't need to pay for unused operations. We don't need to fill up our social media pages with blank posts, stuff like that, and this will decide, and this will run based on whether the video column has text in it. So video column right there, I'll show you how that works in just a second. Now, for creating text and image posts, this module basically creates your image prompt, or enhances it if there is an existing one. And then the JSON will just, parse the that output for you so you can use these separate objects. These two ChatGPT modules um, draft two different versions of your post. One of them is a slightly longer post meant for, Facebook or LinkedIn or something of that nature. And the other one is specifically meant for X because they have a 280 character limit for, you know, for their tweets. And, if it goes over that, then the scenario will fail to post to Twitter. Or sorry, X. Now, I also use this version of the post for Instagram because for Instagram, they don't process the enter key, and so it's hard to get like separate paragraphs. And in that in that sort of a case, obviously a shorter post just looks better. Um, but that's neither here nor there. Now, what this whole thing is doing is it's just deciding how the post is going to be put together. So, you know, for example, this decides, oh, okay, does the user want an image there? And if they want an image in the post, and also if a custom photo is not provided, then they will go to this ideogram module. Now, ideogram is a very good text to image AI generator. I would far and away recommend it above DALL-E, which is the image generation model that ChatGPT integrates with. Um, in particular, DALL-E does not handle text very well. If you try to have it generate text, it'll look kind of foggy, kind of wispy, um, and misspelled, and very AI generated and vague. Ideogram, on the other hand, is much better at handling text and images. In fact, if it is under 30 characters or so, is what I've found based on my own testing, it will pretty much handle it right on the first try, which is pretty awesome from an AI image generator. Um, and it can do like other special things with the text. It can put it in different fonts. It can you know, have it on the side of a billboard or the side of a building, let's say. So, it can have it sheared like that is a technical term for all you graphic designers out there. And now let's have a look at these modules here. Um, these are basically looking at, okay, is there a link to an article that the user is quoting, or, something of that nature, or is there not a link? Now, if there is a link, then we want to put the link at the top of the post, enter, and then have the actual post. If the link is not there, then we just want to have the post. That's all. That's basically what these duplicates are looking at. Out of these four platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X, and LinkedIn, Instagram is the only one that doesn't support clickable links at all. So what I have instead is I just have this filter here that, oh, only put this to Instagram if the link is not there, because, if the link is there and the Instagram module just doesn't include it, then, the audience might not know what the user is even talking about. you know. Um, by the way, handy thing from DALI. I have not seen this from ChatGPT's generate an image module on Make, but Ideogram actually throws you a variable to tell you if the image is safe. And that's nice because that way I can make sure that it only gets put in my social media posts if it is safe. Um, that way we're not violating anyone's terms of services on accident. Um, I could only envision this happening if the user was, for some reason, trying to get Ideogram to generate unsafe imagery, but that's neither here nor there. Let's look at this one. Okay, custom photo. So this is basically that entire tree of modules copy and pasted, but we're just going to use the custom photo that the user gives us instead of the AI generated one. That way, if for my business, for example, if I wanted to include a picture of our office building or my team, which is currently just me, um, or if I wanted to take a picture of our products or services like Sonapost and use that, then I can do that. I can take that picture, upload it to some sort of image hosting site like Imgur, and I can just put a link right there. It does have to go directly to the image, um, and also the image itself has to be a JPEG. PNGs do not work with this automation for some reason. I haven't uh, bothered to learn why, in complete honesty. Now, this is for text only posts. So this is for, okay, does the custom photo not exist? And also, does the user just not want their photo to be in there? And again, we've basically copy and pasted these modules and just had them, throw the text only posts out there. Um, you'll notice this tree is missing Instagram. That is because Instagram requires a photo to be a part of the post. They don't support text only posts. So, whatever. Now, onto the really exciting stuff. Check this out. What if I wanted it adapted into a video? Well, then I can have this ChatGPT module. This one writes my title, script, and captions all at once. Check this out. The title should be attention grabbing and reflect the essence of the video. It should be a short clickbaity title like "Stop doing X" or "Think you know X, think again." Script must hook viewers immediately. No cheesy greetings. Be easily understood at a fifth grade level, engaging, and concise enough to be spoken in under 30 seconds. Ignore or shorten lengthy phrases. There should be no call to. This one is very, very important. The no call to action part, because what we're going to do essentially is generate a loop of the video, a looping phrase, if you will, in the future modules. And then description should entice readers, be easily understood, and include one emoji along with 3 hashtags. If the prompt specifies a call to action, include it here, not in the script. Again, very important. So I'll put a JSON object containing video title, video script, and video description. Pretty self-explanatory, and then that just feeds straight into this parse JSON module. And let's have a look at this ChatGPT module. Here's the script for a short video. Add a linking phrase to the beginning of it. This phrase should be an incomplete clause that forms a complete sentence when combined with the first sentence of the video script. Pay special attention to the context and meaning of the first sentence and ensure the linking phrase emphasizes its impact. Reply with this linking phrase, then an ellipses, then the original script exactly as written. And I actually took these examples from past executions of these modules. It's it's a lot of fun to be able to do these kinds of things. Now, this ChatGPT module gets the easy job. It gets the original video script plus the linking phrase, and all it has to do is move the first phrase and ellipses to the end of the script instead of the beginning. Now, HeyGen is where the magic happens, okay? So I have an AI avatar of myself in there, and for those of you who don't know, HeyGen is a service and AI tool that you can, create an account with and essentially create an AI stunt double of yourself that you can essentially use to make videos. Now, I made one in vertical format, so that suits this to short form content. And let's see here. Yeah, so what we're looking at here is I have set the voice type to text. The input text is just the looped script from the third ChatGPT module. And the voice ID, this just points to a professional quality clone of my voice that I have built in 11 labs and then connected with HeyGen specifically for this purpose. I found that it's much cleaner than the in-house voice clone that HeyGen creates. That's it's a little clunky, and it also keeps in all the background noise from the original avatar creation. If you were not recording in the best of places and had some background noise. So the library will close in 30 minutes. Now, let's see here. Now, this tools module is pretty simple. All it has to do is wait 5 minutes while HeyGen is creating our video. Um, it does this because I've actually tested this. The next module is supposed to get the video. Um, because this first HeyGen module, all it does is throw you a video ID. Um, you're actually supposed to use this second HeyGen module to use that video ID to get usable things like a direct link to the video, for example. Um, and that's only going to function correctly if the video is already done. So, hence needing to wait 5 minutes first. Now, once we have all the materials we need, the, you know, title of the video itself, and the video description, it will shoot that off automatically to Instagram Reels, to LinkedIn, and to YouTube Shorts. And to prove this system works, I got something cool I want to show you. Come on. All right. Now, my videos got some cool I want to show you guys. Let's go to Shorts. Look at this. 445 views on this video, and I have not lifted a finger in any step of the generation of this video. I did not write it, I did not film it, I did not post it. I was actually working at my day job at Costa Vida the whole time. So this is a fully functional AI employee that we have right here, essentially. And so this is kind of just to show you guys all what is possible in make.com. You can build some pretty insane things once you've got a handle of the basics. I mean, I know this looks pretty complicated, but all I'm really doing is passing data from one module to the next, and just, making sure that all of it maps correctly. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I don't even know how to use error handlers in Make, or iterators or aggregators, any of the advanced stuff like that. I've just completely given up trying to understand those. Instead, I do cool stuff like this with, what I do understand how to do. Um, and I think that's really where the AI revolution is really something special. It takes out what an individual is good at, and it expands on it in new and interesting ways. And also quite lucrative ways if that is, something that you're open to. Um, this is completely changing the game in business and in hiring, you know, um, this is why, AI is probably not going to replace your job, but someone with AI skills definitely will. And because everyone is looking at, okay, how do I do all of these cool things? How do I make the most of the possibilities that AI is presenting to us at this point in human history? We have never seen the human individual as capable as they are today. And that's really what I think is the magic of this AI revolution. So yeah, do we have any questions? I still can't see the chat. So I guess I'll have to figure that out at a later date. At a later date. So, um in the meantime, feel free to stay tuned. This is just the beginning for Blackfish AI. There is so much around the corner, and I cannot wait for you all to see it. But it's too early. I can't show you yet. So, um, in the meantime, feel free to leave a like and share your thoughts with the class. And of course, before you subscribe, make sure you know what you're doing because it ain't easy being at the top. I'll see you guys next.